Little girls, this seems to say, never stop upon your way. Never trust a stranger friend. No one knows how it will end. As you're pretty, so be wise. Wolves may lurk in every guise. Handsome they may be, and kind, gay, or charming, never mind. Now, as then, 'tis simple truth. Sweetest tongue has sharpest tooth. Which path will you take? The path of needles or the path of pins? Little girls, this seems to say, never.
Okay, I think that should make it kind of 5 or 8 times now that I listened to Running in the 90s, the Top, and other, maybe even Tokyo Fast and the Furious. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this game that made me lose my sanity. The Path. Oh boy. Well, before we even start this, I managed to find our last items in here, in the file. Managed to find the last items, this one here, the flowers, and a piano. The last ones that I believed we couldn't ever find. Okay, Invisible, hold on. Please give us the proper introduction and then talk as you wish. Greetings and salutations all, and welcome back to Invisible Let's Play Project. I'm your host, Invisible, from Invisible's gaming channel, striking at your hearts from that side of the moon, and this shall be the continuation of Project Let's Play The Path by Tale of Tales from 2009. Last time we went to the forest with Scarlet, and we gathered her own hidden rooms and whatnot, and collected summer flowers. Offline, I had 2 days of migraines, migraine, and as you can see, even now, I still have some after effects from the side effects. I could barely talk, I could barely write, and I needed some break. What triggered it, I don't know. Whatever. So I went offline and ran through the forest as every single sister of them. And frankly enough, now collecting the rest of the flowers is nearly impossible because of how widely spread they are. And I just decided to hell with the flowers. I'll just show you why this game is a psychological horror game. Basically, our goal tonight hopefully, will be to collect the girls' wolf encounters, all the 6 of them, in a single video. But before we do so, I'd like to take one last stroll trying to collect as many flowers as I can, if I could. Also, I'll show you how to get the missing items from the 3 girls. So, before we start, I would like to pray peace be upon all of my subscribers and commentators, followers, fans, and friends. Everyone from the Beasts of Delta Empire and everyone from the Discord server, free YouTube friends by name. Peace be upon Thundersuck Gaming, B809 Gaming, Salt Goose, Marcus, Natrocrest31, Mark IC1211, Rogijan, Carodan, Cryfield, ZPTV123, Matthew 11, Sagata 85, Arfael, Masltan Gaming, Public Suppress, Sparfan28, Abdullah Side, Sawi underscore we, and Tursco. Without any further delay, let's get moving. So, when I was offline, I went ahead quickly and picked up our little girl here, Ruben. First. And I figured out that I never dared to be too much nearby the wolves whenever I went to the path. So what difference did I do? Ruben had one encounter that was not yet met, which is, you remember the angel of the graveyard, correct? Tale of Tales presents. Yeah, this Jabber Jabber, just skip it now. Okay, Ruben, come here. Going straight to the forest, and I'll show you what things we missed. For Ruben's sake, we missed the opened coffin here. Digging in the dirt, getting dirty nails, scratching in the grave, dirty dirt. This one only opens for us a weird looking cage. Okay, now here I'm going to just show you quickly where to find the last one, because one was missing with Ruben, one was missing with Rose, and one was missing, the last one was with Ginger. Ginger, because I didn't even touch her wolf's area. That's why I missed her own. So your wolf is right up to the northeast. What did I do offline exactly? I played Running in the 90s in the background using Spotify and just run like this. I'm not even joking. I checked up the guides in Steam community for the game, and everyone assured me about one thing. This game has 3 or 4 reoccurring forest maps, and these maps change depending on who you're playing with. For example, Ruben has her map shared with Ruby because they both include the playground. Scarlet has her map shared with Carmen, if I'm not mistaken, and Ginger and Rose both share a map. So they do share sometimes, some maps. Problem here is now, as you can see here, I collected all the lower row of roses. The lower row of flowers already collected. The upper row is already also collected. The eastern row is collected, the eastern column. Now we only have this here. If we collect them, we can officially finish the game 100%. Do I want to collect them? Is the question. Because I'm not forced to do so. Also, reaching now any more flowers is nearly impossible because of how few the rift are. I am not now going to just show you around the place here quickly. Let's just go straight for the wolf encounters, and once we have finished with them, we'll then think about collecting the rest of the flowers, okay? No need to stretch it too long. We'll sit here for the wolf encounters. The graveyard. Since Ruben is the literal embodiment of the original Red Riding Hood, her wolf is a werewolf. Okay? Now, how do you get her items? The market cart, you find it within the forest. The swing, you find it in the playground. The piano, you find it. This is not hers. This is for Rose. The treehouse, you can't also touch it, I think. This one is also for. This is for the silver bullet is hers also. The closed grave is hers here, and also the open grave. The open grave was the one missing from me personally. To get the open grave, you need to walk to that statue of an angel and interact with it. That's literally it. Interact with the cross here to talk with the normal grave. Go to this area here and interact with the angel statue here. Yeah, and Ruben will sit down in the grave and pray with the dirt inside it. I'll just show you quickly how to get the items that we were missing and instantly get out of here. And get that dirt, getting dirty. Good. Now, how do you encounter the wolf? For Ruben, simple. Just move to it. That's literally it. Ruben is naive. She's small. She doesn't know what is the difference between life and death. You need to go to the wolf. As you can see, the wolf is visibly avoiding us. You need to reach the wolf and then force the encounter. That's it. Yes. So, what happened exactly? Ruben? Ruben? Stand. Ruben didn't know what horrors or danger she put herself into. And now you have to walk with her to Grandma's house with this speed. You can no more make her run. Also, spinning around is very, very hard. Something happened. Something really, really bad happened. What is it? Who knows? Yes, in order for you to feel the way of what just happened, the game will not allow you to move faster than this. You can't run. Okay, until Ruben reaches the grandma's house, let me quickly give you a quick summary. According to Ruben's own entries throughout the basket, Ruben is a kid who has no understanding between danger or safety. She sees the world as a game or a toy. She doesn't understand anything about it or in it. She doesn't understand the difference between death and life. And she just likes to hang around, get dirty, and overall just be chaotic. So when she sees before her eyes a werewolf, a real threat between life and death, she doesn't know how to treat it. So she decides to play with it by mounting it. The wolf, as you saw, is not happy about it. He's very much angry with her and is unable to get her off of him. So, what do you think, what do you expect happened? How did Ruben reach this area again? This is where the psychological horror elements start. I showed you before all the 3 secret rooms in order for you to see how they will change right now. This is the reason why this game is a psychological horror. It's not about collecting the memories or even the flowers. It's about going through the path between childhood and adulthood. Ruben just went through an experience that showed her what real life's danger looks like. No worries, everything will be explained to you once we reach Scarlet's own wolf. No more music, it's completely silent, only the raindrops sound. The girl walks seriously slow. You couldn't have gone slower than a turtle by this point, or even slower than a snail. And she looks very much lifeless. Also, the bells you heard in the distance, those were the church bells that rang for funerals. Ruben went through something that her younger brain, was not prepared for yet. And I can see how the game now is lagging in the feedback. I'll try to go through the house as quick as possible. So what happened? What are the changes? First, the wolf growl. Everything is now blue. Go to the kitchen. As per usual, everything is blue and is now visible, kind of. The wolf marks are everywhere. Go to the second floor. Lo and behold, so many more wolf marks and growls. Ruben goes through the long staircase. Keep on going. She's walking. Wow, this is very bright. She walks here, and there is a raven's nest here, a chair up there, and the party room I unlocked previously is here. Also with the moon outside the window and more wolf markings. Continue on walking. Go through the hallway of blueness. Lots of more wolf growling. Finally you reach a blood moon. A blood moon with the grandma's bed here. I can tell the OBS is not going to show you what is going on here because it is very much laggy. Okay. Of course, OBS had to skip all the most important flashbacks. What a disgusting lag this one is. So we found a special room unlocked, 1 out of 3. We encountered the wolf, yes. You found the old cemetery. I better find for you, and here you go. Ruben is not here anymore. Ruben is now missing. This means you will not be able to see the whole idea. Basically, it quickly shows you flashbacks that Ruben was shredded by the werewolf. The werewolf didn't like her mountain game, so he shredded her to pieces. Let's go now to next to Rose here, the second youngest one. Quickly. If this is the case, I'll have no choice but to show you the endings myself. Skip this. OBS will not show you the endings because it is having some serious problem with the stupid encoding. Ruben has not come back yet, and she will not come back either. Why is that? Simple. Now about Rose. Do you have any flowers around first and foremost? If you see any flowers while you are going straight to the wolf, then go collect them. I don't see any flowers. However, we did manage to unlock the wolf here. So let's just go through it. Directly straight to the wolf. What kind of wolf is this time? You'll see. I hope that the OBS can actually render it this time, because this was just passing. See the list. A lake, fog. So what do we know about Rose? I'll tell you once we reach her ending as well. Hello clouds, welcome on Earth. For you now to reach this wolf, Rose's wolf is a will-o-wisp, a creature of the fairy. It's a fairy. In order for us to reach it, we'll need a boat, because it's within the lake. Where's the boat? The boat is supposed to be here. Now, Rose wishes to meet the will-o-wisp in order to eat with a fictional or fantasy creature, you could say. Where's the boat? I'm searching. It's supposed to be around here somewhere. What's that sound? It's like a gasp. I think the girl in white should be around here somewhere trying to stop me from going to the wolf. Where's the boat? I'm trying to find the boat. I'll end up having walked a full circle right like this. It's the boat. Finally, that's the boat. All you have to do now is to go to the boat and press enter to make Rose interact with it. There you go. Go and meet your wisp friend. Now what? The boat will move on its own, and Rose will meet her prince, the Will-O-Wisp, the fairy. She loves very much fantasy and everything natural, so it's obvious for her that this would be a dream come true. She sits down on the boat and goes to the middle of the lake. The Will-O-Wisp is waiting for her. She approaches him. And the Will-O-Wisp phantom makes her float. She's now flying. And just like Ruben, she's now on the floor. Stand. Stand. This is not working with OBS. You are missing everything. You are literally missing everything. Yeah, it is very much laggy for some stupid reason. This will not work. This will not work at all. The feedback from my side is very visible and very clear. For you, the encoding is very low. Why? No frame rates are dropping, yet the encoding is overloaded. How? Consider turning down that video settings. Are you serious? Okay, so about Rose, she loves animals, nature, and she's still living in her own fantasy world. Her wolf is a Will-O-Wisp because she loves the fantasy world and to be with the nature. The Will-O-Wisp phantom spins around her and makes her fly, making one of her dreams come true. Basically, the dream of flight. Now what happens? We'll see. For Ruben, she wishes not Ruben, Rose. For Rose, she wishes to live in a fantasy world, rejecting reality. Let's see now what happens. This amount of lag is unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. Wow! The fan is on the fan is directly on the floor. Just walk. The kitchen is ruined with a knife on it. And a big turkey on it also. Everything this time is quite visible, really. There is still rain even in the house itself. And this time Rose takes a lift to the bathroom. Bathrooms is which extends itself by itself. Keep on going. Rose reaches a cage room and lots of doors here. This time the area is filled like a lake. You swim across it, then go under the water, drowning. With lots of plants and flowers to the sides. Continue on moving. And reach out for Grandma's room. Finally. I may seriously have to record these offline easier. And a hurricane inside Grandma's room. You fly with it. Oh boy, this is what it looks like when you literally play with 1 or 2 frames per second only. This is pathetic. This feedback is seriously pathetic. You find a mistake. Into chapter 2. This is beyond pathetic. So yeah, Ruben, here the youngest one, Ruben, met the werewolf and was shredded to pieces, died, and Rose drowned in the lake. That's basically the message here. Next is Ginger. I'm not even joking. That's the message of the story, of the game itself. Ruben, the youngest of them, met with her wolf, and she was shredded to pieces because she didn't allow the wolf to get rid of her. Rose met up with the will-o-wisp and she drowned. So now what? 2 of that 6 red girls died. By the way, that's the canon ending for the game itself. Am I really supposed to restart the connection for this one here? Am I supposed to restart the internet connection here? No drop the frames. Okay, so your wolf next, Ginger, is in the flower bed. Yeah. OBS is skipping through the game footage. If I have to, I could, no problem, record an offline video where you see everything that's happening. Because looks like the encoding doesn't wish to work today. I can't see any flowers, but again, there's no need for them at the moment. Just go through the rest of the wolf encounters, and that's it, really. Can probably fake some crop circles by just running around as fast as possible. Okay, what do you do here? Your wolf, as Ginger, your wolf is called the girl in red. Better. It's just that easy, really. This is not the girl in white. This is not your friend. This is named the girl in red. And she just wishes to play with you. As if. And just like that, done. Ginger fell. Okay, stand up already. Let's keep moving, Ginger. This lag! Okay, so Ginger, what can we talk about her? Ginger is stuck in her teenage years, and she rejects to grow up. She wishes to keep breaking the rules non-stop, and she just wishes to play around and not care about what the society is expecting from her at all. And what happened? She just met a friend, or so she thought. Played a little bit within the roses, the flower bed. Now let's see what happens. The coding errors from OBS are unreal. You are watching literally the feedback of 2 or maybe even 1 frame per second. This is unfair. I may have to seriously record this all offline on my own and then upload it later on. Believe me, you're not missing much. Okay, move. Hair and words. Lots of walls, wire walls. Wires, and lots of hair. Lots of hair, and our now chair is literally teleporting. You go through another room. Go down beneath the beds now that are completely red. Added bird there. The little toys. Even more. Keep moving. Go to the seesaw now. The background image itself is changing. I'm getting dizzy. Pink. even more hair. Grandma is no longer here for some reason. Keep on going through the hallways and here. You are walking on steel wires. Finally, Grandma's room door. And of course, in the most crucial moment, the game glitches. The stream lags. In the most crucial moment for the stream, the game lags. Of course. Because why shouldn't it? Okay. Yeah. Cut. And then I doubt it will even render for you what happened exactly to Ginger this time. Since again the encoder, yeah, if exactly, the encoder gave me the middle finger and told me go to hell. It's just that simple, really. So this time the choke is right here as well. The body's here and the car is here. Wow. I'll check Ruby now, next. The encoder is destroying the experience completely together. The encoder of OBS is not meant for this game. Case in point. It's just that simple, really. Simply put, in OBS's encoder is not for this game. Okay, so what happened? Exactly. In case obviously you didn't understand one thing that happened at all, let me explain it here, since the game is bonkers by now. The game keeps lagging, keeps showing you cutscenes within 1 or 3 FPS maximum. So exactly what happened? Oh, now you stop lagging. Now you stop lagging, OBS. Oh yeah, too little too late. Way too little too late. In fact, extremely too little too late. So what happened exactly here? Ruben found a werewolf. She mounted it because she didn't know the dangers of it. And so, it tore her to shreds. Completely. Rose found herself a will-o-wisp, a phantom of the forest. And it helped her to fly, making one of her dreams come true. Problem is, she dreamed it all in her mind and she drowned in the lake. That's not even a joke, that's what happened for real. Ginger found herself playing with who she thought as, at first, as the girl in white, when in truth it was her wolf, the girl in red. For Ginger, while playing, she stumbled across barbed wires. And according to the game's lore itself, Ginger died from the barbed wire itself. Basically, she was shredded to pieces using the barbed wire by accident. But I'm not even joking. This is what the game's lore tells. All the sisters will die. Such beauty in decay, rust is lovelier than paint. I doubt old age will happen to me. How to reach now this wolf encounter? Simple. See this guy? Sit beside them. That's literally it. This one here, you will sit down in the grave with Ruben. This one here, you will go to the randomly generated white piano with Rose. I can't even click it. This one here, you will go with Ginger and sit down in the flower bed. Now for the wolf of Ruby. You just sit down with him, and that's it. And do nothing. That's it. And he offers her a cigar. At first she is reluctant, but she takes it and takes her breath. That's literally it. She starts coughing. He ignores it. And she takes a few inhales from the cigar, and that's it. Now she thinks that he's cute, and he thinks she's also cute, kind of. And that's it. Both of them smoke together. That's it. What is this sound? I don't know. Ow! She already has one crooked leg as is. Stop. Move it. Move it. Ruby, wake up. Ruby, wake up. Ruby, wake up. That was not good at all. Ow. She already has one leg that's broken. Ow. So Ruby just walks around feeling cold. Go. So what happened with Ruby? Good question. If Ruben was slashed and torn to pieces by a werewolf, and Rose drowned in the lake, trying to reach for the will-o-wisp, Ginger was trapped in the barbed wire and was slashed to pieces. What happened to Ruby? Move. Loading. This looks weird. So much urns. Okay. Move. Everything is very bright. At least now I can see. I swear I better show you all of this offline. Smoke, not a smoke. Yeah, I better have another way to record this. Because this is not the experience you deserve to have. Walk. Walk. And walk on the walls. Move. Go to the gym chamber. What is this? Car engine sounds. Yeah, a car, a broken car. And this time, Ruby fell down from the cage instead of going down it. A broken car, lots of smoke, fire. This is not giving me a good message at all. Something bad happened. Okay, moving. Pipes. Some pipes. Lots of engines. What's going on? What is going on? Ow. Okay. I think I have an idea about what happened. Success. You have encountered the wolf. You found the abandoned playground. I really need to record all of this offline because you're not getting anything at all. Let's quickly choose Carmen, and while we walk around with her, I will explain to you what happened. Since OBS is not showing you at all anything. OBS is frankly not showing you anything at all. No, nothing. OBS's ability to record and render are abysmal. Are beyond abysmal by now. So what to do now? I will wait until OBS snaps out of having an encoding error, and then I'll try start speaking. We need to find a little bit of flowers here. After all, the next wolf, in order for you to trigger him, you will need prerequisites. Okay, done yet with you discussing encoding errors? You lost all the content. Why the game is a psychological horror game, you lost the entire scenes, all of them, because of the lags. So what are you exactly missing? Everything? You are simply put literally missing everything? Okay, so what is this everything? Alright, okay. First, let's quickly get some more flowers here. What did you miss exactly while OBS was lagging and glitching? Because of the video quality, the abysmal quality. Ruben met with the werewolf. It tore her to pieces completely. Rose met with the will-o-wisp. The will-o-wisp drowned her in the lake. That's why they never returned to home. Every girl that meets the wolf dies. Ginger. Ginger found a friend in the girl in red. And once she found the girl in red, they played together on the flower bed. And Ginger got stuck on barbed wire. The barbed wire killed her. What about Ruby? Ruby smoked with her own wolf and got so high, so high, that I believe you already didn't see it through OBS because this disgusting, inconsistent whoops, program couldn't show you the flashes of what happened. Ruby took her own life. She ended herself. She got so high on the cigarettes that she found a blade and did the deed. Simply put. It's just that simple. Now, Carmen, in order for you to get Carmen's wolf, which is supposedly the most troublesome and the most annoying among them all, supposedly, throughout the game's lure and message, you need to do the following. Light up the fire. Okay? Good. Light up the fire. Stand up. And go to the wolf now. The guy with the axe. Carmen, because she likes attention, she will take from him the hat. He ignores her, but she will take from him the hat. And all you do now is just... He will ignore her completely, as you can see. You need to go back to him. Here. I'm here. So, yeah, interact with me. Now he leaves the axe in the tree. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Leave the axe in the tree. Okay. And go to the fire here, if I did it correctly. Yeah. He leaves the axe away. You just have to sit down near the fire, that's it. I'm not mistaken. Go, so just sit down here. Hope he's not too much glitching. Unless, otherwise he will just... Okay, stand up again. This is not easy to trigger. Go, get yourself a beer here. Okay? Basically, the idea, you want to line him up so that Carmen and him both sit down together on that firelit bench. Thing is, I'm not sure if his own path finding is easy. Good, finally. Just stand here. Good. And now just walk. And sit down. Don't tell me the idiot went back to chopping the wood. Hey, stand up. I should stop pressing the backward to stop the interaction. Because in order for us to finish this interaction, we need to make sure he sits down with Carmen. She already took from him his hat. Come here. Okay, interact. Yeah, interact. Walk together, possible, and go to the boxes, please. That's all you need to do. Literally. Is he back to chopping the wood again? What is he? Yeah, he's back to chopping the wood. This encounter is very frustrating. Come on. You know you need to interact with Carmen. Come on now. Hey. Hey. Enter. Enter. Force the encounter. Come on now. He's ignoring her completely. Come on now. You need to make him sit down on the wooden boxes. At first he keeps ignoring you until he reaches that area. Come on now. Sit down on the boxes. What are you waiting for? Your pathfinding is not able to find anything. Come on. Hello? Yeah? What? And now? Oh boy. I'm losing my patience here. Come on. Move it. Move it. We need to finish the game. Come on. Here. Go to the boxes. That's literally it. I never had this much of a problem with him before. You need to sit down and make him sit down before you. Problem is with Carmen, I'm not really sure about AI. Hello? Are you sure this is artificial intelligence or artificial stupidity? Hey, excuse me. Trigger the scene. Hello? Trigger the scene. It's like he's trying to hold her hand. Yeah, good. Here. Sit down. And that's it. Trigger the scene. Wait for him to... Good. Trigger the scene. For the love of God. Hey. I never had a problem with him before like this. Yeah, you need to make Carmen force herself on him. He only wishes to cut trees. His lumberjack. Hello? Will it kill you to... Hi. Pay me some attention. Hello? Come on. Yeah, good. Go. Move it. Move it. Move it. Come on. Come on. Not you. Come on here. We need... I cannot believe my eyes. His AI restarts. I'm supposed to make Scarlet be the last one. If you're going to force me to make her... make Carmen... Would you mind to force an interaction with me? Come on now, go. Go. There. Never have I ever before seen someone that can control himself so much. Good. Here. Keep on moving. Keep moving. There. See that? The box is there. Oh, he's back to chip. My God, give me patience. Oh my God, give me patience. Oh my God, just give me patience. Man, hey, dude. Here. Do I really have to ask you for anything? Or are you waiting just for beer again? We get it. What is your problem with your AI? Come on. Here. You please come here. Or am I just supposed to sit down here and do nothing else? Do not press S or backward at all. Alright, for the love of God, come here. I really hate this area. because it's very glitchy. Carmen, please trigger your cutscene already. Where did you go? Finally! He glitched through the tents. Sit down. Finally! Wolf encounter. And done. Okay. That's it. Wolf encounter. Both of them have a beer together. The girl white escaped. Supposedly, this is the most annoying and scary encounter among them all. Why is that? You will see, unless OBS would like to again play with me this dirty. You will see what happens. I mean, what do you expect will happen? A girl of age and a man together in the forest. What is the worst thing that can happen? Everything. Stand up. Stand up. Move it. We still have Scarlet to go with it. Yeah, she's holding her neck down. Open the gate. She feels shameful. I really have to re-record all of this offline. Not in the stream. Maybe even I'll have to record the entire screen for you in order for you to see what really happens. Back to the old methods, I guess. What happens now this time? Wow. Saws and wood. X for cutting. X. Descend. Keep descending. What's going on? Why is there lots of water sound? The tree this time is cut. It's no longer here. The tree that was previously here is no longer. It was cut. Through the wood. Your head. Keep on moving. Saws breaking through the walls. Fire. A hallway of fire. And lots of bugs on the ground. Reaching Grandma's home. Done. Let me guess, OBS will not even render for you with the flashbacks, I take it. Yeah? Amazing, amazing. I mean, how worse can you make it? How worse can you make it? Let's go with Scarlet now, the last sister among the Red Sisters. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. How much content it's skipping for you? Okay, let's quickly run through the first one last time before reaching Scarlet's own wolf. And wait until OBS stabilizes enough so we can talk about what happened. If I can by any chance find some more flowers, why not? God. We will not yet speak until OBS stabilizes. It's a game from 2009, for God's sake. A game from 2009. 2009. Why is it very hard to render this? Seriously. How come it's very difficult to render this? The game is very easy, it's supposed to be very easy to render. So what happened now? God's sake. What happened? Here's the following. Ruben is too much naive, doesn't understand the difference between life and death. She doesn't understand what dangers are. So she mounts a werewolf and the werewolf shreds her to pieces. Ruben, the youngest, dies. Rose is a little kid still, older than Ruben a little bit. Rose still lives in a world of fantasy, and she looks like suffers from a psychedelic episode in which she sees a will-o-wisp in the middle of a lake. So she takes a boat, goes to the will-o-wisp, and according to the game's lore, Rose drowns in the lake. With nobody around her to help her out, she dies. Ginger. Ginger is your rebellious teenager who hates all kinds of rules, likes to hide around and about, and overall likes just to live in her own world, outside of laws and rules. Ginger finds a friend for herself in the wolf, in her own wolf, the girl in red. The girl in red makes Ginger play with her in the flower bed, without knowing that the flower bed is actually a flower bed of barbed wires. So Ginger gets tangled within the barbed wires and they shred her to pieces. That's the canon. Sorry. That is the canon. So what happened to Ruby then? As for Ruby, she meets up with this guy who offers her a cigar. Ruby gets so high to the point she finds a knife nearby and she offs herself. Her sanity shattered completely due to the cigars. It's the first time forever for herself to even smoke. So she ends up offing herself permanently. She finishes herself. What about Carmen? As if she is the only reason why this game is supposedly a psychological horror. Carmen demands attention mostly of men. So after he finished glitching around and finally found his path, AI path, red map to reach her, Carmen encounters a lumberjack, a woodcutter, and decides to toy with him. She takes from him the cap he was wearing, and she lights up a campfire, and they both have a drink, get drunk really badly. Thing is, the lumberjack sees Carmen as nothing more than a one-time stand. So yes, Carmen thinks that he's handsome and she wishes to fall for him and make him fall for her. And instead, he just uses her and leaves her be. What happened is, Carmen got so drunk from the beer because she never drank it before, and the lumberjack, her wolf form in a lumberjack, defiled her. He took her chastity, and then once he was done with her, depending on the depictions of the wall, he killed her with the same axe. He used her and then decapitated her. So yeah, not only did Carmen lose her chastity, but also her life. Now Scarlet, since she has no more sisters to look after, she can now finally follow her dreams of being a pianist. A piano player, basically. Thing is, the only piano player around this area is just a guy with weirdly long fingers for some reason. Maybe to reach the keys of the piano. Okay, I think this should be it, and let's just go ahead for her wolf now and stop seeking out the flowers, because I only wanted enough time so that we can explain to you what happened, basically. Now, why is this game considered to be a psychological horror? Because when people played the game, they thought that Carmen's wolf is obviously the vilest of all. It didn't matter that Ruben was cut to shreds and pieces because she played with a werewolf. No. It didn't matter that was drowned in the lake because she imagined a will-o-wisp, a fairy creature. No. What mattered to them was that Carmen was defiled and then finished off. That is what stood up for the players. The three younger girls were killed, who cares? Ruby also herself, her psyche was already on the brink of destruction as is, with all her melancholic remarks. Ruby's psyche was completely broken as is, and once she smoked the cigar, she lost her psyche altogether, completely. I'm finding some really good amount of flowers this time. This is weird. Don't jinx it. 131. I honestly had no intention to find all this here. Good. So what happens once Scarlet is done for as well? We'll see. This will be the laggiest of them all. But good. Now I think since there are no more sisters, supposedly the game will make the spawn of the flowers more often, because there's nobody else here to play with in order for you to collect the rest of the flowers. That's why the game now wishes from you to collect as many as you can, since Scarlet is literally the only one left. Maybe that's why. Because usually the game's AI tells you there are 6 sisters and they all deserve some flowers to collect. But now that literally 5 died, there's no reason for you to not allow me to collect as many as possible of the flowers. According to the game's lore itself and the developers behind it, yes. What I'm telling you is the truth. Ruben slashed and scattered. Rose drowned. Ginger grinded with barbarians. Ruby finished herself completely, done the deed. Carmen defiled and decapitated. Her chastity taken and her head lost. Now Scarlet, what will she do as for her own wolf? Let me quickly try at the very least to find some more flowers before we find out. Because literally there aren't many left. As I told you, the game now will try to spawn as many of them as possible because Scarlet is the only playable girl here. So might as well take the advantage of this event. $135. Now I remember why at first I thought that collecting the flowers was very easy. Because I only stopped collecting them once I had one girl left. I think. Go. 137. Almost done. Can you believe it? Almost done. Keep on a little bit collecting the flowers if you can possible. It's possible for you. By the way, most of the flowers are to be found nearby highlight area. As a way for you to find them easier. Is there a specific flowers map for this game? The answer is no. There isn't any. Some players try to make a manually drawn one on Steam. But only using Ginger, which is a problem because Ginger's map is not the only map. The forest has at least 3 maps. I'm trying to find even more flowers if possible. Otherwise, just ignore it and keep on going to the wall. Don't want to waste too much time as is. So what exactly happened? Ruben found out by the hard way what death is like and what life is like. Rose found out the real way that if you were to keep living in your own fantasy world, you will get harmed and die. Ginger found the hard way that rules and laws are in place for us to keep us safe most of the time and not get harmed. Ruby's case is unique because she found out the hard way how drugs can make you break your own limit and reach for your last resort. Carmen discovered that even if she wanted to get some attention and find love, not everyone or not anyone is your first instant lover. Carmen very much loves to have attention all on herself. Also, I decided that I'm going to record this entire encounters with the wolves offline, maybe either on normal record or on my Android phone, because OBS didn't give you anything at all. In fact, you were deprived from the most important iconic moments in the game. I almost named the video as The Path, a psychological horror game. But from this kind of coding and this kind of lags, it really is. It is really a psychological horror game because you can't even understand what's going on with it. Frankly enough, OBS really OBS disappointed me so much. And the game itself also disappointed me with the AI's pathfinding, especially with Carmen's case. That was embarrassing. How many times did it take me to get Carmen's wolf scene first time? When I played the game for the first ever time on offline. It took me kind of 15 to 20 minutes to make him move, since every time the guy on white keeps standing in the front of us. So it's not first time for the game to glitch like this. No, this is just normal for it to glitch non-stop. 138. Another. That's one. Okay. So nearby the well. Go there and then come back here nearby the well to get our next flower. Now we are finding more flowers because once again I tell you, Scarlet is the only one that's left. We need to cut with her as many flowers as we can. Now go back to the well. Had I kept Ruby to be the last one, we could have had a much faster traveling girl, but whatever. Running in the 90s. Again with my earworm. The last four, literally. Can I manage to get the last 4 flowers right now? If I get the last 4 flowers, we will not have to revisit anything else at all. Not have to play the game after we're done with it. 4 flowers and that's it. 4 flowers, that's it. Do not go anywhere here. I don't want to reach any specific area. Just show me the flowers. The last 4. We're done. 4 flowers to go, that's it. The last 4 flowers. Give them to me and I'll keep moving on my own way. Question is, where are they? Usually flowers should be together in a little group. Okay, first time I played this game offline on my own, I found 143 out of 144. One last flower, and I had frankly given up hope on finding it until I somehow managed to find the girl in white and followed her randomly, and she helped me out to find it. 144 out of 144. Can I find here anything? No need for me to get too close to specific areas. This time we will not stop until we finish the game, that's it. We already killed 5 sisters out of 6. And we only have 4 flowers left for us to find. The game is kind of over. Not much is left of it. Game is almost 90% over now. Where are the 4 flowers? The last 4. If I could have played it by now, I would start making some... start listening to some random songs while running around. But the problem is, everything like that was copyrighted. So I can What do you think? Even the song you're right now listening to is copyrighted as is. Where are the last 4? This is the problem with the collectathons, the collector marathons. You need to search even more. And especially when it is a cast Metroidvania, Trashvania style. Nobody tells you where to go or what to do. I want to go to Scarlet's Wolf already, but to finish the game. But honestly, come on now. We only have 4 flowers left. 4. Let's search the area here to the northwest and then to the northeast. Hopefully we can find the rest of the flowers there. 4 flowers, that's it. 4. I already explained multiple times about what happened with them. Could I just let the AI start talking? Not yet, but quite very close by now. Where is that flower? 4 flowers left. 4. Show me the 4 flowers and let me get done with it. Although if they now wish to give me sold separately kind of deal, this will be a cringe. 4 flowers left. We're already at 140. You can't do this to me. Where are the 4 flowers? Can't do this to me. What is this I'm talking about? I'm talking about trolling me with the last flowers. You must spawn them. 4. That's it, 4. And 4. Can I just finish the game within 7 videos and that's it? Huh? I see something. 1, 2. Take it easy. Take it easy. We need 4. Don't forget we need 4. 1. 2. Go. 2 more. 2 flowers. Where are they? Where are my last 2 flowers? Where are the 2? Let me quickly wipe my nose. 2 flowers, that's it. Where are they? 2 flowers, that's it. 2 flowers. Where? Show them to me, the last 2 flowers. That's it. And then we're done. Here. The basket is almost done. Where are my last 2 flowers? Go south a little bit. To make sure we explore the rest of the area. Where are the rest of the flowers? The last 2. The last 2 flowers. Then it's 100%, that's it. We're done. Where are the 2 flowers? Just give me the 1. 1 is there. Give me the last 2 flowers and let's finish this game. 100% forever. You better have the last flower nearby you. And I mean it. Here. 143. Okay. Now 1 flower, that's it. Where's the last flower? Where's the last flower? One left. And it could be anywhere literally throughout the forest. It could be nearby, it could be far away, who knows? For the love of God, Scarlet, one flower left. One! Number 144, where is it? I will let you go to your work, but first give me the last flower. Where is the last flower? Keep going to the south. We may find it here. Where is the last flower? Don't get too much paranoid. We will find it, we will. Go to the west. Don't go yet to that area. Where is the last flower? One left. One. Some people did inform us that in the Steam version, sometimes the last flower is glitched. But according to my own knowledge, last time I managed to 100% it. Not with the object wise, but with the flower wise. Why did you suddenly start singing? I'm nearby the wolf, but I'm not with him yet. Where is that flower? Where's the last one? I don't allow you to be cruel to me. Where is the last flower? Just give it to me. Where is the last flower? South. You better not tell me that right now it's nearby the northeast again, alongside with its other siblings. Where is flower number 144? Where is the last flower? I could just go back home, honestly, by the way, and come back here and find it somehow. Honestly, come on now. Where is the last flower? One left, only one left. What's the right now? This is the wrong Where is the flower? The last one. Where's the last one? Where is the last flower? I'm here. I'm trying to sense it nearby. Just a yellow glow is all I want. According to my own memory, last time when I played the game, I believe maybe with Ruby, found the last flower nearby the edge of the screen. As in up. Really up. It was there alone, just not showing out. For the love of God, where is the last flower? I'm searching. All I want is just some glow, that's it. keep on going like this. Nobody told you to loop. I know what you just did. Nobody allowed you to loop. Don't want this TV. And it's the flower. Last the flower. This is flower number 144. Okay, come here. Where is the last flower? Got a little bit to the west. Now you know why I talked about sweeping the entire forest. Because you really have to now finding one single flower in the entire forest. How? With the possibility it may have even glitched. That's it. Got a bit tired at least. Come on. Where is the last flower? At first I thought I wouldn't even care about it. But now I need to find it, to finish it. 143 for God's sake, come on. Where is the last flower? Go north. You really just have to give up on it and go straight to the wolf. For God's sake, one flower only remains, that's it. One flower. We already collected 143. Where is it? But I didn't tell you to go south. North. We need to recheck the area with the graveyard. We will go to your wolf in time. Give me a moment. Check again the graveyard area. Come on, where is the last flower? I'm making her run too much. Doesn't matter. Where is the flower? What's the flower? Where? Should I really just ignore it and go to the wolf right away? I'm starting to believe it might be better if I just ignore it. I usually find these flowers by mistake, by accident. Not while I am wholeheartedly seeking them. Is it? It's also possible even that the map ran out of flowers. Because each girl has only a certain number of them. Almost swore I just witnessed a flower there. Sit. Oh, Go a little bit to the north, maybe. So far, Scarlet is the one that ran the most. Where is the last one? Go to the north. This camp. Do not enter the camp. Just go around it. Where is the last flower? Where is number 144? Go south. A little bit more. If we can't find it, I'll just go straight to the wolf. That's it. Let's finish the game. And what about the last flower? To hell with it. May even find it accidentally. Last time I was just running around randomly and the girl in white spawned in the front of my face. I followed her. I suddenly found myself facing the last floor. I don't say anything. Just it. Nothing. I'm really losing my mind right now. It's that flower. Give it to me so I can keep moving. Okay, go straight from the south to the north. And I'm going straight for the theater, that's it. Scarlet, go to your wolf, that's it. I'm done. The wolf should spin with you here. Should loop. If the final flower doesn't want to be found, then I will not force it to be found. I don't care anymore. Go for your wolf. Yeah, just straightforward. I highly doubt that the flower wishes to spawn right now. Go straight to your wolf and that's it. I get it, one flower is just ridiculous right now to give up. Don't care. It doesn't seem like it will spawn. Okay, now where is the wolf at? To my right side. Just keep running forward. You will loop with into the Forsaken Theater. The flower is nowhere to be found, and we went through the entire forest. Okay, flower, you don't want to be found, it's your thing, not mine. I already searched everywhere for you. The last flower. Okay, amor. Can't force me to kill anymore. This is the new wolf. Scarlet's wolf. Art is where the nobility of humanity is expressed. I could not live a world without it. Okay, so what do we do now? In order for you to trigger this encounter, just sit down on the front of the piano and that's it. Literally, that's it. Scarlett is in love with music and art. Let her play. When the wolf encounter will start on its own. Done. If it's not by now visible enough, this is not a man, this is a fey. A fairy. Game. Curtain call. And Scarlett is done for. Ow! Fist plant. Move it, Scarlett. Move it. Come on, big sister. Move it. That was your own wolf. Stand up. Stand up. Interact instantly with the gate for the grandma's house. Alright, what is it with the Scarlet this time? Oh boy, Scarlett has a problem accepting her responsibilities to take care of her sisters because she wishes to follow her musical and artistic path. So when she found a chance to be artistic, she took it. Problem is, her instructor is a fey. A fairy. So what happened? We'll see. Open the door. Wow, everything is covered. Camera secret. No fridge. Doors look like piano keys. Wow. The entire ground is filled with jars. Just continue. Wow. So many books. So many books. So many books. These kind of instruments are flying. And you fly with them. But continue moving. Almost at the grandma's room. Final act. Done. Success. found the ruined theater.
Where are you going? What do you carry? I'm going my grandmother's house, said the girl, and I'm bringing her bread and cream. And which path will you take? The path of needles or the path of pins? Where are you going? What do you carry? I'm going my grandmother's house, said the girl, and I'm bringing her bread and cream. And which path will you take? The path of needles or the path of pins? Where are you going? What do you carry? I'm going my grandmother's house, said the girl, and I'm bringing her bread and cream. And which path will you take? The path of needles or the path of pins? Where are you going? What do you carry? I'm going my grandmother's house, said the girl, and I'm bringing her bread and cream. And which path will you take? The path of needles or the path of pins? do you carry? I'm going my grandmother's house, said the girl, and I'm bringing her bread and cream. And which path will you take? The path of needles or the path of pins?
Okay, so let's see here. Reuben was shredded to pieces completely by the werewolf. Rose drowned in the lake. Ginger was grinded to pieces using the barbed wire. Ruby got high on the cigarettes to the point she used the blade on herself. She took her own life. Carmen was desecrated, defiled, and then destroyed. Scarlett, following her own passion for music, the instructor took the piano wires and killed her with them. So what's the next then? All the 6 Red Sisters are done for. What's next? This is what's next. Since there are no more girls, you will finally play as the girl in white, herself officially. The nameless, deaf and mute girl is now your only existing playable character. So what now? Tale of Tales presents, for the last time, The Path. And this time, your player character by Aria Harvey and Michael Seaman. Oh, go to grandmother's house and stay on the path. This is our last playable character, the girl in white. What makes her special is that the girl in white has the entire map open for her from the start. You can run through the entire forest as you wish, and you can also reach grandma's house. The girl in white is the only character that can go through the path and the forest as she pleases. I love it. I just love it. I just love how laggy the game is right now. Whatever you do, it is pointless, honestly, to visit anywhere else. There's nothing for you to do. Even if you were to visit the other areas, it's pointless. The girl in white has no wolf. Can visit these areas, it's pointless. And she can't collect the flowers if you need also to do that. As you can see, she doesn't interact with anything. She just runs it through everywhere as she wishes. There's nothing for you to do here. Literally nothing. The will-o-wisp area, nothing to do. The girl in white is the only person in the game that can go anywhere she wants, regardless. The entire map is open for her. She has no encounters. She is deaf. She's a mute. So there's nothing at all for you to do anymore. Frankly speaking, just go to the grandmother's house and that's it. There's really nothing else to do at all. Keep running. Go to grandma's house, that's it. Do the one thing that the girls failed to do and open the gates to grandma's house. That's literally all you will need to do. That's it. What makes the girl in white's scene special is you will have to go through every single girl's special rooms. All of them. Gonna stop. You unlocked all the 3 rooms for everyone. We start with Ruben's ending room. Then we go to Rose's room, the ending room for Rose. Then you go to Ginger's room, the ending room of Ginger. Then you go to Ruby's room. Then you go to Carmen's room. Then you go to Scarlett's room. Then you reach Grandma's room. Hello, Grandma. And you just sit down by her. Hello, Grandma. I brought to you all your granddaughters at the same time. Literally. End of epilogue. Huh? Items collected 0 out of 5. Honestly, there's nothing else to collect. There is nothing to collect. Items to collect, there is nothing to collect. Okay, so now what happens? Now what happens? Okay. In order for me not to ruin the game for you with the stupid encoder here, I'll have to switch quickly what happened. Basically, the girl in white worked for us as an angel, a guardian angel. And she went through all the girls' ending rooms. Ruben's Blood Moon room, Rose's Hurricane room, Ginger's Barbed Wire room, Ruby's LSD room, Carmen's tree room, and finally Scarlett's final stage. And she collected from all of them all the girls. So now what happens? Now it's about time for the girl to show you what happened with her, since she collected all the girls and brought them back to life after they died. The girl in white's job is done. Just watch. She's now in the red room. Scarlett enters, picks up the phone. Carmen enters the room and stands back where she belongs and takes back her hat and starts to use the window again as a mirror. Ruby enters and sits down back on the table to read her magazine. Ginger enters, kicks the door closed, then goes back to her chalk on the floor and started playing with it again. Rose enters the room, closes the door neatly, then goes to take her body and puts it on her lap again. Then finally, Ruben enters the door, closes it firmly, and goes to play again with her toy car. And the girl in white, having finished her business, simply leaves the room. That's not it. Her job is as a guardian for the girls, that's it. The red mark on her clothes is kind of an honorary place within the red family now. So, yeah, I'm not even joking when I tell you that's all. This is the game. I'm not even joking. This is it. So now you can continue and repeat what you just did. I'm not even joking. One bit. What do we do now? File. Everything collected. Save. Okay, what else? About. Set of death, the path, version 1.22, June 2019. Frankly speaking, it's game over. Told you there's no need for you to even collect all the flowers if you don't want to. So what now? I could pick one of the girls and try to find the last flower with her. Or I can just let the AI read for you the stuff while showing off for you all the other girls. Who knows? I'm not really sure if I should go hunting for the last flower while letting the AI read for you everything. May as well just show off for you the wiki. I'm not really sure. Should I just pick one of the girls and let the AI read over her, or should I? I mean, what if we did find the last flower very quickly? I most likely will take with me Ruby for the last search. This time, no wolf encounter. You are the fastest. I want you to get out and search for the last flower. That's literally it. Yes, the game is just now loops. Tale of Tales presents The Path. Okay, this is literally the last run, that's it. This will now serve us as the last run, and we only need to collect one single flower. That's literally it. Once we collect it, we stop completely. The game's done. By Oriel Harvey and Michael Salmon. Simeon? Don't really know how to say this name. Okay. Go to grandmother's house and stay on the path. I will not do either of that. What I wish to do right now is just find the last flowers area. Stay on the path. Ruby will be right now my scout for this one. Okay, still here. I'm going for options. Okay, good. And I'm going for the sound volume. No. Volume. Off. Why? Give me a moment, please. One moment. Good. Good.
Where are you going? What do you carry?
Okay, this is what will happen right now. I'm going to mute myself and we'll have read aloud to read for us all the information about the game. And while I search for the last flower, if we happen to find it, then I'll just try to make a side video to talk about the game itself as Claro reads the entire thing. That's literally it. This project is done. So yeah, go find it, Claro read.
Tale of Tales Indie Studio. Tale of Tales is the video game development studio of Aurelia Harvey and Michael Salmon. We used to work out of Ghent, Belgium, but now live in Rome, Italy. While we stopped releasing commercial games in 2015, we still continue to support our work as best as we can. And we continue exploring the wonders of technology in the pursuit of art and beauty with Song of Songs. Mission. Tale of Tales is a video games development studio, founded in 2003. And run by Aurelia Harvey and Michael Salmon out of Belgium. Our goal is to create elegant and emotionally rich art for computers' interactive entertainment. As artists, we focus on beauty and joy. We want to create art for people. That is why we distribute our work online and cheaply. As designers, we hope that video games can be as diverse and meaningful as any.
Hold it. First, I forgot to mute my area here. Second, I can't mute this music. Why? First, take simply run button. Stop everything. I don't. Are you serious? Off. I said off. Good. Now you can restart all over again.
Other medium. We want to create playful. Tale of Tales Indie Studio. Tale of Tales is the video game development studio of Aurelia Harvey and Michael Salmon. We used to work out of Ghent, Belgium, but now live in Rome, Italy. While we stopped releasing commercial games in 2015, we still continue to support our work as best as we can. And we continue exploring the wonders of technology in the pursuit of art and beauty with Song of Songs. Mission. Tale of Tales is a video games development studio, founded in 2003. And run by Aurelia Harvey and Michael Salmon out of Belgium. Our goal is to create elegant and emotionally rich art for computers' interactive entertainment. As artists, we focus on beauty and joy. We want to create art for people. That is why we distribute our work online and cheaply. As designers, we hope that video games can be as diverse and meaningful as any other medium. We want to create playful experiences that appeal to both gamers and non-gamers. We try to design expressive interfaces to access engaging poetic narratives through simple controls. History. Both Aurelia and Michael were trained as artists. Aurelia studied sculpture at Parsons in New York and Michael graphic design at St. Lucas in Ghent, Belgium. We've been using computers since Windows 3.1 and Mac System 7. We met online in 1999 as members of an online artist collective around the hell.com domain. We have been collaborating from the very day we met. At first, as Entropy 8 Zipper. On website designs for clients and on internet artworks. Then expanding to other types of interactive projects. Since 2002 we focus on video games. In 2015 we abandoned commercial production in favor of dedicating our lives to the muses. In 2019 we moved from the beautiful medieval city of Ghent, Belgium, to the eternal splendor of Rome. Our collaborators. Strictly speaking, Tale of Tales is just two people. But we have a history of collaboration. In fact, it could be said we use each video game as an opportunity to reach out to talented people we admire. In some cases these are industry veterans, but often they are talented artists whom we feel can contribute something of their unique expertise to the medium. Laura Rain Smith has animated all of the characters. Walter Huss has composed music for Bientôt Elite and Luxuria Superbia. Chris Force has created sounds and music for many of our games. Jarbo composed music and performed vocals in The Path and Fatale. Silent Hill artist Takayoshi Sato designed and modeled characters in Fatale, and dancer Eleanor Valere Lashki created the choreography in that game. Gary DeMole made music for several of our games. And Austin Wintory composed the soundtrack for Sunset. Lena Cusette designed the Deer of the Endless Forest. She and Gorik Lindemans created concept art for 8. Fabienne Mezenge and Christophe Paulin did the voice acting in Bientôt Elite. Tina Marie Murray played Angela Burns in Sunset. Ronald Jones programmed the multiplayer engine of the Endless Forest. And Marion Banches created the logo and font in The Path. Other collaborators have included Teresa Schlag, Daniel Helweg, Jan Verschoren, Stacy Diana Clark, Perdo Murtira, Martin Maximilian, Michael, Ferry Mark Ellis, Alex Mouton, Nicholas Roth, Joseph Silverman, Lucy Vyatka, Juri Hornieman, Lee Alexander and Ste Curran, Kelly Santiago, Kelly Wallach, Jessica Curry, Vicky Wong, Marie Lazar and the Mysterious Senior X. Thinking about playing video presentations, texts, slideshows, and articles about game development. Yeah, old blog. From 2007 to 2010 we had a blog where we discussed, interviewed, and created controversy along the way. Not gummies. Can we create a form of digital entertainment that explicitly rejects the structure of games? What is an interactive work of art that does not rely on competition, goals, rewards, winning or losing? Our main focus at the moment is the remake of our very first release, The Endless Forest. Progress can be followed on the development log. The second beta version of the remake of The Endless Forest is now available to backers of the project. The Viriditas Chapel of Perpetual Adoration is a VR experience inspired by the visions and music of Hildegard von Bingen. Our touchscreen apps, Luxuria Superbia, Vanitas, and The Graveyard, are now available in 64-bit on Google Play Games. Sunset. Sunset is a narrative first-person video game that takes place in a single penthouse apartment in a fictional South American metropolis in the early 1970s. You play an immigrant housekeeper in a swanky bachelor pad, caught between romantic affection for your unseen employer and rebellious outrage against the military dictatorship outside. Luxuria Superbia. The game brings you pleasure, but it also asks you to give it pleasure. It responds with lush colors and poetic seductions. Touch all 12 flowers in the way that they like. Fill the columns of the temple in the garden with the colors of the rainbow. A celebration of the joy and beauty of life. Winner of the IGF Nuovo Award in 2014. Bientôt Elite. Take calm walks on a desolate beach in the holodeck of a remote space station. Find the words to speak to the long-distance lover that you meet in a small cafe on the boardwalk over wine, cigarettes, chess, and old French songs. See love grow, blossom and wither. And embrace all of it. The Path. An ancient tale retold in a modern medium. Bring each of 6 present-day Red Riding Hoods to their grandmother's house at the other side of a dark forest. The path is straight and safe. The woods are wide and bewitching and teeming with terrifying treasures. A wolf waits there for every girl. The Graveyard. How does it feel to be old? Death is near, but the world is still as beautiful as it once was. Sit on a small bench in the cemetery and contemplate your life. Maybe you will die, but that is all right. The sun continues to shine, the birds continue to fly, the clouds continue to float by. Fatale. After a striking performance, the stepdaughter of an Oriental king is granted a reward for her dance, your head on a silver platter. Gently drifting on the cool desert breeze, your unfortunate spirit has one more night to unravel how the passion of a woman can lead to the death of a man. Vanitas. Meditate on the preciousness of life as you close and open a Small wooden box with 3 objects, different every time. Some of them change, break, fall apart. A gold star is awarded every time 3 identical objects appear. Consider how lucky you are. Mesmerizing. Hypnotizing. Relaxing. The endless forest. In an idyllic forest on the internet, magical deer play joyfully. With many online friends in perfect harmony. There is no violence, no chat, no missions, no competition. Discover ancient artifacts and have a chance to meet the forest gods and experience their limitless power. 8. Together with a mysterious magical girl, you discover what happened in a sleeping palace lost in time and find a way to revive its splendor. Unfinished projects. The Book of 8. Dreams in a Sleeping Palace. Revision of our first unfinished game project, 8. An empty world. Imagine utopia, abandoned. Research. CNCNTRC. The intersection of sensuality, spirituality, and gaming. Experiments and prototypes. For Tale of Tales' 10th anniversary in December 2013, we offered our history in bits. Drama Princess. A homegrown solution for autonomous characters. Used in the Path and other games we've made since. Art. Song of Songs. Work by Michael Salmon and Aurelia Harvey after 2015. Non-commercial. Free. Art. The Viriditas Chapel of Perpetual Adoration. The Viriditas Chapel of Perpetual Adoration is a virtual reality by Michael Salmon inspired by Hildegard von Bingen and released on the Feast of St. John Paul II 2022. It is the first chapel of Cathedral in the Clouds. Compassi. A Pieta in virtual reality, the first diorama of Cathedral in the Clouds, released on Holy Saturday, April 3, 2021. Krykotery. A virtual reality project inspired by Polish director Tadeusz Kantor's Theater of Death. Cathedral in the Clouds. A cathedral in virtual reality forms the home of an ever-expanding collection of virtual dioramas intended for contemplation. The dioramas are individually distributed, for free, via a variety of media, desktops, laptops, tablets, web, video, etc. Loci omnis saelicustus Kyries. A small exploration of the cosmos, as previously imagined, based on cosmologies which place the Earth, and thus humans, at the center of the universe. LOCK shifts between a simple diagram and a fascinating machine. Part of the Triennial Game Collection. The Godlove Museum. Created between 1999 and 2006, the Godlove Museum tells the story of our love framed within the epic context of the Pentateuch. Originally created as a series of web pages, recreated in 2006 as a desktop executable. Winner of the SFMOMA Prize for Excellence in Online Art in 2000. Archived projects. Eden.Garden. Commissioned by SFMOMA for their online-only exhibition 010101, Art in Technological Times. The online project no longer functions. What remains is documentation of what the site once was. The Kiss. Early digital sculpture. Variations on a 3D scan of our kissing bodies. Guernica. Network data visualization creates a nightmare world. Store tab. The Viriditas Chapel of Perpetual Adoration. The Northern Chapel of Cathedral in the Clouds, inspired by Hildegard von Bingen. Compassi. A Pieta in virtual reality. Krykotery. A Theater of Death. The Endless Forest, Donationware Edition. Role-playing. Sunset. It is 1972. You are Angela Burns, housekeeper and revolutionary. Adventure. Sunset Books. The Art of Sunset and the Diary of Angela Burns. A Day in Sandbaven. Welcome to Sandbaven. You've arrived on a very special day. Adventure. The Godlove Museum. Net Art 1.0. Luxuria Superbia. A simple game of touch, pleasure, and joy. Action. Bientôt Elite. Far away. Nearly summer. Simulation. Bientôt Elite Books. Development diary and documentary photos from the making of the game. Fatale. If you dance for me, you may ask of me what you will, and I will give it you, even unto the half of my kingdom. The Path. There is one rule in the game. and it needs to be broken. There is one goal. And when you attain it, you die. Adventure. The graveyard. An old woman visits a cemetery, simulation. Vanitas. Memento Mori. Arma Christi. A small study for cathedral in the clouds. The path. An ancient tale retold in a modern medium. Bring each of 6 present-day Red Riding Hoods to their grandmother's house at the other side of a dark forest. The path is straight and safe. The woods are wide and bewitching and teeming with terrifying treasures. A wolf waits there for every girl. If you like the path, you may also enjoy Amnesia, the dark descent of frictional games. The Path is a psychological horror art game developed by Tale of Tales, originally released for the Microsoft Windows operating system on March 18, 2009 in English and Dutch, and later ported to Mac OS X by Transgaming Technologies. It is inspired by several versions of the fairy tale Little Red Riding Hood, and by folklore, tropes and conventions in general, but set in contemporary times. The player can choose to control one of 6 different sisters, who are sent one by one on errands by their mother to see their sick grandmother. The player can choose whether to stay on the path or to wander, where wolves are lying in wait. Plot. The game begins in an apartment. The player is shown 6 sisters to choose from and is given no information about them other than a name. When the player selects a girl, the journey begins. The player is given control of the girl, and is instructed, go to grandmother's house and stay on the path. As the player explores, they find various items scattered around. For a girl to pick up or examine an object, the player needs to either click on the interaction button or move her close enough for a superimposed image of the object to appear on the screen, then let go of the controls. The character will interact and an image will appear on the screen, indicating what has been unlocked. Every item a girl encounters in the forest shows in some shape or form in grandmother's house, and some objects open up whole new rooms. Small text will also appear, a thought from the current character. Some items can only be picked up once and do not appear in subsequent runs. However, each character will say something different about an object, so the player has the option to access a basket to see what they have collected. It is not required to find the wolf. In this game, there are no requirements, but the ending at grandmother's house does change dramatically after the wolf encounter. The girl encounters the wolf. There is a brief cutscene, and the screen goes black. Afterward, the girl is lying on the path in front of grandmother's house. When the player enters grandmother's house, the style of gameplay changes. It is now in first person, and the character moves forward along a predetermined path. If the player got there without interacting with the wolf, they arrive safely, cozy up next to grandmother and are sent back to the apartment. The girl the player guided will still be there, and can be played again. If the player did go to the wolf, then everything in the house is darker, and if the player remains still for too long, darkness clouds the screen, and something growls. Depending on the girl, doors are scratched, or furniture tipped over and broken, or strange black threads are draped across everything. Instead of ending with grandmother, the music crescendos as the player enters a final surreal room before falling down, and things black out again. Images flash on the screen, featuring the girl being attacked by her wolf. Before the player is relocated back in the apartment, the girl played is not there, and will remain absent. When all of the girls have encountered their wolves, a girl in a white dress, who could be previously encountered by the sisters, becomes playable and visits grandmother's house. The girl will then travel through the house, now a combination of all of the end rooms of the previous girls, ending with the no wolf room. Upon reaching the grandmother, the girl appears in the apartment covered in blood, but alive. The sisters all return through the door and the game starts over. Characters. Red girls. 1. Robin is the youngest sister and the most traditional Red Riding Hood. She is 9 years old, and is apparently much intrigued by the mysteries of the forest. She also wears a red hooded coat. Her wolf is a literal one, albeit much larger and standing on its hind legs, its hunched form can be seen prowling the graveyard. 2 Rose is 11 years old. She is a kind-hearted daydreamer, having an affinity for nature. She wears a black dress. Her wolf is a vaguely humanoid will-o'-the-wisp, marsh fire, seen levitating over the swamp waters, who shows her how to fulfill her dreams of flight. 3 Ginger is 13 years old. She is a mischievous tomboy and has fun playing pranks, engaging in minor vandalism, and climbing trees. She wears a short jumper. Her wolf resembles the girl in white, though now appearing in a red dress, who entrances Ginger in the field of flowers, which is now being overlooked by a murder of crows. 4 Ruby is 15 years old. She is somewhat dissonant, and dresses in a goth fashion. Her leg is in a brace, forcing her to limp, but she still runs faster than any of her sisters. Her wolf is a young man residing at a rusty playground. 5 Carmen is 17 years old. She enjoys attention, particularly that of men, and does what she can to get it. She wears form-fitting capri pants and long-sleeved shirt. Her wolf is a middle-aged lumberjack. 6 Scarlet is 19 years old. She is a musical talent who had to give up her passion to take care of her sisters. She wears a red mini poncho and flared pants. She is stern and orderly. Her wolf is a male piano instructor. Other 1 The girl in white is a mysterious girl who can be seen by the player if they wander off into the woods. If encountered, she may attempt to lead the girls back to the path. If all the girls have encountered their wolves and are unplayable, she becomes playable. She has no wolf or special encounters of her own. She is the only playable character in the path. Prologue. 2 Grandmother, the grandmother of the Red Sisters. 3 The Wolf, each sister's main antagonist, appearing in different forms depending on the girl's innermost desires. Development. The path was first announced on the Tale of Tales game design forum on March 16, 2006 under the working title 144, on the pattern of their first started, on hiatus Tale of Tales 8, chosen for the universal, language-independent nature of Arabic numerals. This number originally referred to the 6 24-hour periods of the 6 days in which the game was set, but in the released version refers to the 144 coin flowers. According to the developer, the game is not meant to be played in the traditional sense, in that there is no winning strategy. In fact, much of the gameplay requires the player to choose the losing path for the sisters to run into encounters which they, and the player, are meant to experience. Even the story narratives are not typical for a game, as explained by the developer. We are not storytellers in the traditional sense of the word. In the sense that we know a story and we want to share it with you. Our work is more about exploring the narrative potential of a situation. We create only the situation. And the actual story emerges from playing, partially in the game, partially in the player's mind. Reception. Ian McCafferty of Videogamer.com called The Path a hugely significant work in terms of what a video game can be beyond the realms of throwaway entertainment and potentially a seminal moment in video games. He claimed that it will be years before a game made by the big-budget software houses like Ubisoft or EA is brave enough to attempt anything remotely similar, but The Path shows promising signs that gaming is starting to grow up. Heather Chaplin of Filmmaker magazine pointed out how uniquely feminine The Path is. For me, The Path is about what a remarkably fine line it is that separates childhood from adulthood, innocence from cynicism, and how utterly not black and white most things in life are. Tim Martin of the Daily Telegraph cited The Path as a recent example of a vigorous experimentation with techniques of narrative. He likened it to an Angela Carter novel, as siphoned through The Sims. Stephen Poole of Edge opined that the game is a supremely boring collection of FMVs, with pretensions to interactivity that very quickly wears out its joke about control and becomes a tedious slab of nihilistic whimsy, yet noting that the game features a lugubrious, Lynchian surrealism and that in its ornery and precious way, The Path is a triumph of atmosphere, coming much closer than the cruder shocks of games such as Silent Hill or BioShock to a dramatization of what Ernst Jentsch and Freud analyzed as the uncanny in literature. Awards. An in-progress, alpha-stage version of The Path was nominated for Excellence in Visual Arts after being exhibited at the Independent Games Festival in 2008. The game also has been honored with 2 awards at Bilbao, Spain's Hoplay International Video Game Festival. The game won Best Sound and Best Design. Template. Trivia. 1. The girls' ages are separated by 2 years, Robin is 9, Rose is 11, Ginger is 13, Ruby is 15, Carmen is 17, and Scarlet is 19. 2. Each of the girls' names references a different pigmentation of red. 3. You can see hints at the girls' different personalities on the selection screen, both by how their names are written, and by what they are doing. 1. Robin, kneeling on the floor, playing with a toy car. 2. Rose, quietly stroking a bunny rabbit in her lap. 3. Ginger, using a stick to impatiently drag a white object, chalk, back and forth. 4. Ruby, sitting, affecting boredom while reading a magazine. 5. Carmen, posing with a hat, using the window as a mirror. 6. Scarlet, talking on the phone, standing watch over her sisters. 4. No mention of their father is made throughout the entire game. 5. There is a possibility that the sister's last name is Red because in one of the sisters' live journals, Rose, is named The Diary of Rose Red. Robin. People die. It's hard to imagine for a kid like me. They die and we put them in the ground. Like flowers. Robin is one of the 6 playable characters in The Path. Appearance. Robin is a young girl with short black hair, along with very pale skin. She wears a red hooded raincoat as well as black and red striped rain boots. History. Robin is 9 years old. A very lively child.
Thank you, sorry, but honestly, we are about to hit 33 hours, and I don't want the game to for the stream to take too long. As what am I going to do now? I'm thinking about honestly finishing this live stream soonish, since I think I'll leave all of the explaining later on in a separate video. I am losing my mind trying to find this stupid final flower it is. And I'm starting to believe that perhaps it's not, it is not Ruby's flower. Because don't forget that every girl gets to have 24 flowers only from the 144 flowers. I am seriously starting to lose my mind, so I think I'm going to I'm going to summon the girl in white for now, and ask her to help Ruby find her way home. I'm not going to Grandma's house this time, no. I'm going straight for the public phone. Once I finish reaching for the area to the north, to the southwest, and then I'll most likely explore the rest of the map with one of the other sisters offline to make sure that none of them is left behind. Only one last flower exists, and I wish to find it as soon as possible. But looks like I can't do that since now we are almost 3 hours in. Also, I'll have no choice but to repeat the wolf encounters with all of them offline, and I'll have to try to record the wolf encounters themselves, maybe using Bandicam, if not OBS, since you didn't see anything at all. If I can't do that and it keeps lagging, I'll just record it with the phone camera and that's it. Looks like the last flower is not Ruby's, since I can't. I explored the entire area here, and I didn't find anything. I didn't find anything at all. I could go back home and cancel everything, or I could just go straight to Grandma's house, and from it I can read how many steps I used to search the entire forest for this cursed final flower. Or I could just ignore it completely and focus on making for you one last video to say goodbye. One bonus final video to say goodbye and explain everything about Tale of Tales Studio. That's it. since frankly enough, I know it would bother me very much as a completionist, but again, there is nothing I can do. It's just one final flower. What am I supposed to do? I can't find it. I can't find it. Just idle enough until the girl in white arrives here and takes us outside of the forest. Idle. And she starts crying. Why do you think they just keep crying when they feel helpless? Or why is this the theme of the game? The answer is simple. The strongest human's emotion is literally sadness. Usually, I would see the last flower or the flowers as we make our path to the outside of the forest. I can't find it. I just can't find the 144th. The last one. I can't find it. Perhaps it's not Ruby's flower. I'll need to search the other girls as well. Thank you. Where's the Godman's house now? Directly there. Good. I could just go to the phone booth, or I could run to Grandma's house. I wish to know how many steps I took so far. I'd like personally to know how many steps did I take. Ruby, do me a favor and go straight to your grandma's house. The higher the camera is, the faster you are going. And the harder to breathe it is for the girls. Because you are making them run so quickly. Where is it? Yeah, where is it? Here you go. Go visit your grandma, Ruby, and show me how many steps you had to run through. Most likely, I'll try to find the last flower on my own offline. And next time we'll just have a bonus video where I'll introduce you to Tale of Tales. Since we are right now nearing very much 3 hours length. Just go, walk. Funny enough how the entire area here is extremely dark, and it only becomes visible when you are when after the girl dies. Right. I'm getting really sick of this room here. The gym room. Let's leave. We're done. Hello, Grandma. See here. By the way, according to the developer's own words, it's not easy to get yourself the right game, but I don't really care. I walked the 4,796 meters. Okay, we're done. Yeah, we're pretty much done. File, save, and quit. Yeah, this is literally the game. Without even joking at all about it. This is literally the game. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating or joking. This is literally the game. The end. Go to my stream number 7. Edit it. Final part. Yeah, we're done. So, what's next? What comes next is the following. I'll have to showcase Tale of Tales Studio and talk about all the girls one by one in a bonus video. I'll have also to try recording the scenes with if not OBS, I'll try to record them with Bandicam offline. If Bandicam will not work, I'll just have to try to record every ending with my phone camera as a final resort. Since these endings and their flashing images are the most important part of the game, literally. Other than that, this project is done officially. This project Let's Play is over. Other than all of that, this project Let's Play is over officially. So what do I give it? Tale of Tales The Path is not everyone's type of a game. It is not your cup of tea if you are not into heavy storytelling and more metaphorical chatter than anything else. It relies on discovery, heavy storytelling, and heavy psychological impact with the nature of the world. I'll show off for you the official site for Tale of Tales later, alongside with the official fans-made Tale of Tales wiki, and I'll even show you what one of the fans thinks of the endings as well. How much score do I give the Tale of Tales The Path? Out of 10, I would give it a 5. Nice music, yes. But the storyline itself is very much vague. Too vague. I might as well just show you the manual, since I do have a PDF of it. The story is very vague. The description of the girls is also very vague. The game is too much repetitive. It can be finished in under 1 minute if you run through the path to Grandma's house, literally. If you were to search everything, collect all the items, all the rooms, and discover the wolf at the same time, it will take you at least 1 hour and a half, if not 2 hours, per character. Getting yourselves the A rank is just nigh impossible, because it requires for you to get all the items that you don't even know where to get them from. You need to find all the secret rooms also at the same run, and you need to encounter the wolf at the same time. Then you can get rank A. Frankly, the ranks do not really impact anything, they don't matter, since the goal of the game is for you to just reach your
loves
grandma's
playing
house
in.
and that's it. Pardon me for that. I just shut up Clarid. What else is there to say? The models are good enough for a 2009 game. The overall theme for the game itself is melancholic. You are playing here a game about Red Riding Hood. Obviously, the wolf is going to kill you every single time. And yes, they do. They do kill you, all of them. Ruben slashed and standardized. Rose drowned. Ginger grinded with barbed wires. Ruby high and with a blade chains herself. Carmen defiled and then killed. Scarlet hung with the piano wires. All the girls die. That's the canonical ending by Telltales themselves. And then the girl in white, the mysterious magical princess from the game 8, will arrive to them and bring them back to life somehow, after collecting all their souls and bringing them to Grandma's house, Grandma's room. Final verdict, 5 out of 10. Could be played at least once to experience the game's gameplay, and that's it. Do I recommend it? 50-50. It's not for everyone, and not everyone is going to enjoy it. Too much repetitive, sometimes too slow, way too vague. The Metrovania style of collecting your hidden rooms, items, and the flowers is nigh rage quitting. And you will be walking and running so much to the point where it's a headache. So this will be the last video of this walkthrough. Yeah, we're done. The next video for this will merely be bonus video to explain to you about Telltales, show off the manual and the girls, the 6 red girls, and then once it's done, I'm going to shut down this project completely because we finished it. Anything else that's worth mentioning here? Yeah, I already chose what to do next, so it's okay. With that said, I think this will be it for today's session and for this Let's Play as well. So, I'd like to pray peace be upon all of my subscribers and commentators, followers, fans, and friends, everyone from the beasts of Delta Empire, and everyone from the Discord server, free YouTube friends by name. Peace be upon Thunderstruck Gaming, B809 Gaming, Salt Goose, Marcus, NetherCrash61, Mark IC2211, Rogue Agent Canodan, Cryfield, ZipTV123, Matthew 1121, Slugger25, Arfrel, Musclepan Gaming, Bob Express, Sparfan28, Abdullah Said, Sawa_we, and Tosco. This has been with you, your host, Invisible, from Invisible's Gaming channel, striking at your hearts from Doctor of the Moon, and this has been with you, the final video in the project Let's Play The Path by Telltales from 2009. Till next time, and until next project, whenever that will be, make sure to stay careful, stay safe, and stay cautious. Stay healthy. We are living in an unforgiving, merciless, unforgivable hell. Anything can happen. Make sure you keep your friends and family close to you. Keep your enemies even closer. You don't know when you need help or what will come from. Make sure to give the credit and the gratitude where they're due. It's much easier and simpler to thank others for their favors for you than it is to put flowers on the graves of the dead. Till next time, whenever that will be invisible with you, sign out. By the way, if you were to check the way they wrote their names, Ruben's handwriting is childish and very unfocused. Rose is in cursive, showing her elegance and her flexibility. Ginger uses another font to show her more rebellious and manly sides. Ruby has too many edges with a Y, ends up with a Y with a demonic tail. Carmen has two lines beneath her name with stars seeking attention, and the Scarlet has a flower with kind of a musical note as a furnace. So yeah, the names do reflect their personalities. Anyway, take care and best of luck. Stop the stream. I need the bathroom.